Dave Woolums here at Sullivan University, and today we're going to do a couple of quick little videos to show you some things that maybe you're not so good at. Number one, separating eggs. So let's get started here at Sullivan University in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky. I love it when I do that too. It's really fun. All right, here we go. All right, because I saw a lot of things going on, and I do this every quarter. You know, there's a lot of different methods, and a lot of these things we just assume that you know how to do. But I want to talk about what works for me with separating eggs. I see a lot of that whole separating eggs in your hand thing. Not a big fan, okay? And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but what I like to do is take my egg, break it on the corner of the table, because that gives you a nice clean break and generally a nice line that you can follow. Then you're just going to force your thumb in there and open it up. Now the yolk should set to one side or the other. And then you're going to pass it from shell to shell. It wasn't a very good break. It's a fairly thin shell, but it's still going to work. And those yolks are really soft too. That typically means the eggs are a little older. When the yolks aren't really firm, they're not holding their shape really well, get as much of the egg white off of there, but don't really go after that last little bit of egg white. Don't worry about that. Just put that in your egg yolk container. Now this container is the container that I separate my eggs into. This container is the container for my egg white. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Got a little bit of the membrane in there. It's not a bad thing. It's not going to hurt anything. One more time.
Break them all in the same container and you do get yolk in there and you mess up.
It's a great question. If I'm breaking them into a container and I forget to separate out, keep your eggshells around, because the only thing that cuts an egg white is an eggshell. So you can fish out a little bit of egg yolk, but if it gets really bad, you're just going to have to get different egg whites. The problem with that is egg whites that have a lot of egg yolk in them, they won't foam up. The fat in there is going to cause separation between the proteins that you're relying on to trap that air, and it's just going to be water the whole time. You can whip them for hours and it'll never whip up. Okay, so one more egg. I've already wrapped this one. I'm going to force my thumb into there and just separate it. That was a really good one. And then we're just going to pass from shell to shell, and the egg white will drop away. I really do like this method. If you get that last little bit of cling on, you can just run your finger over there. So always separate your eggs into a separate container and then separate the two streams out. And that way, if you get a bad one, you don't have to put it in. Throw it away, go get another egg and start over. Or if you have a use for it, you're going to make wrap for consomme or something like that. Dirty egg whites are just fine for that. They don't need to hold air. But other than that, or if you make like egg white omelets, hang on to it. You can use that for an egg white omelet. So that's what I wanted to show you.